Just wanted to share a little bit today about something I'm feeling in a very important reframe when we're talking about the masculine. As I mentioned yesterday in my video yesterday, a boundary I had to set with a masculine on the outside, and I referred to him as this wounded masculine. And there's something I just wanted to share about why I'm saying wounded masculine and not toxic masculine, as I think that's really important to make that distinction. So, one thing I've had to realize over all these years of really aching for sacred union, and I'm not in a relationship right now, but there's just this ongoing dream of really having that. But throughout my journey of these different relationships that I've had with men, these different sacred union explorations, and even inside of me, with different parts and masculines inside too, I've had to really come to terms with not calling the masculine toxic or anything inside of me that is in pain toxic. Anything that we deem toxic is actually coming from a wound anyway. So as soon as we label it as toxic though, or we allow parts of us to without addressing it, even themselves, parts will do that to themselves. It just becomes this immediate judgment and dismisses the possibility of healing. As soon as we say wounded masculine, that we're implying that there's a chance for it to heal or it's in the process of healing. We're all in an ongoing process of healing. None of us are healed, but that's what makes life interesting. Learning about our wounded expressions is what makes life interesting. So it's not about damning the masculine. This has been such a trend for so long, right? And I think as women, we're in danger as we get older and older and don't have a mate, or even if we do have a mate and you're in a marriage for 50 years, you can still have this, you could say, toxic masculine in your life or toxicity inside of you that isn't being addressed or isn't really being seen as a wounded expression that's trying to find its way to healing. I think all of our bonds, whatever kinds of intimate bond you're in, whether it's a romance or just a friendship or something, there's an opportunity to see a mirror of your own woundedness. And of course, you're going to see theirs in expression too. So it's important in terms of having compassion for ourselves and each other that we see this as wounded, not toxic. There are toxic, poisonous, awful things in this world that happen, yes. And in some cases, it's deliberately so. However, if we truly choose not to see parts of us or each other as inherently toxic, then we are acknowledging that there is a core goodness in each and every one of us. There's a core purity. There is something we're trying to get back to. And a lot of stuff has happened that has created these layers of wounded expression. That doesn't mean that all of our relationships are going to have that transaction ground where you're feeling yourself, they're feeling themselves, you're feeling each other, and you can move forward and actually help each other heal in that way. It's beautiful when that happens. I do get to experience that in my community, and I'm very, very, very blessed in that way. So it's when we don't have that that it can feel more toxic, right? But we do get to choose to walk away from ground that isn't transacting in that way, that isn't truly moving in that direction, where truly true empathy between you is happening. So just wanted to offer that as sort of a another angle from which to see, especially if you're a woman and you're struggling with the wounded masculine in your life, this is a way to see it, but also acknowledging that it's happening within you as well. This is another thing I'll talk about in these videos that I want to do here. So, really looking forward to sharing more about my journey and also what I've seen in service too. So, and on the note of service, I offer one-to-one space holding sessions, whether virtually or in person. And so do my beloveds in this community. So please do check us out deeper if you resonate with what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to in terms of parts or even soul work here. We're talking like deep shadow work, deeply going into your unconscious, but really really with integrity wanting to sort it out. This is what keeps us doing it, even though it gets really hard sometimes. So please do get in touch with us if you're curious about that or any of our online events. Lots of love, and I'll be back soon.